Hello everyone. In this video tutorial, I will show you how to set up and configure FreePbx using Cisco IP phone 942 and soft phone, which is X-Lite, and the other one is Zoiper. The X-Lite is 1001 extension and Zoiper is 1002 extension, and I have another one which is my hard phone. This one Cisco 1003, which is Cisco SPA 942. Let me show you how it looks like. SPA 942. So this is what I use. All right. You can buy that in the internet for about $30. Okay, the first thing that you need to do is you need to create an extension. Okay, you create an extension, you go to application and extension. So that is the first step you need to do. I create 3 extensions here: 1001, 1002, and 1003. Okay, you can just add an extension. You can use PJZip or the zip. This is the old one and this is the newer version. Okay, this one is more stable. In my case, I create using PJZips. Okay, so you're gonna add 3 or 4 extensions. Well, in this case, I create 4, but I only gonna use 3 of them. Okay, so if you look at that, if you successfully add all the extension, you're gonna put like a display name and the secret password. This is the password to log in to your phone, to the FreePbx system. Okay. For simplicity, let's just put 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And then after that, you click submit. Okay. You click submit. You click submit. Okay. You create this 4 extension. Okay, and then make sure you apply config. If you don't apply config, it will not take effects. Okay, so please do so. So that is the first step. Let's wait for a while until it's complete finish. Okay, you go to application and extension. So you create 3 or 4 extension. Okay, like I mentioned to you, this is the Soft Lite, the X-Lite, the Zoiper, and the Cisco phone. All right. The next thing, you need to go to Endpoint Manager. Okay, you need to go to Endpoint Manager. You go to Setting and Endpoint Manager. Okay, when you go to Endpoint Manager, okay, you have to buy the Endpoint Manager module. Okay, that costs about $149. In my lab, I already purchased the program Endpoint Manager module, therefore I can configure Cisco phone. Otherwise, you may only use Sangoma phone. Okay, so that is the first thing to do. If you want to configure Cisco phone, which is 942 or some other phone, you need to buy the Endpoint Manager. Okay, the Endpoint Manager module. Let me show you what's the Endpoint Manager module. Endpoint Manager module. You go to Sangoma, and then this one costs about $149. Okay, here you can read that. Okay, so this one allow you to do more stuff with the FreePbx. Without purchasing this module, then you have some limitation. Okay. So assume that you already purchased the Endpoint Manager. The next thing you need to do is you go to Global Setting. Do you see this Global Setting on the upper right hand corner? You need to put the internal IP address. This is the IP address of your PBX 1.150. If you want to be accessed from the outside, and then you need to click this and then put your external IP address. Okay. The rest of that, I want you to leave it as default. For example, The port for HTTP provisioning is 83, port 83. Secure HTTPS is 1443. RESTful apps port 84. Secure RESTful apps is 3443. And then TFTP provisioning port, which is 69. At this moment, we just want to leave them alone. Okay. Also, I want to mention that this one, the admin password is 2222, which is their 62, and then phone user password is 1111, is their 6 of 1. Okay. The rest of them, just leave it as default at this moment because we just want to make the phones work, register and work. So I'm going to click save global. Click here, save global. Okay, so that's the second step. The first one is to create an extension. The second step is to configure the Endpoint Manager by going to setting and then Endpoint Managers. Okay, the next one, you need to create a template for the phone. Okay, so in this case, I already created a template, but in case you don't have a Cisco brand, you need to go to add brand and then you have this Cisco phone. Okay, you need to check what type of phone that is supported by FreePbx. Okay, as I mentioned to you, if you don't purchase the commercial module of the Endpoint Manager, you only have a limitation for the Sangoma phone only. Okay, because FreePbx is supported by Sangoma. Okay, so I'm gonna click close this. So you need to add brand, so you're gonna have a Cisco brand. So now you need to create a template. You need to click here, and then I'm gonna create a template. Well, in this case, I already created a template here, which is Cisco phone. Otherwise, you just have to go there, new template. Okay, so here I just wanna click it. So you need to put a destination address 192.168.1.50. And then make sure this is click internal IP address, provision server protocol. You can either use TFTP or HTTP. Remember, some of the SIP phone, they only can use HTTP or FTP. So you need to double check with their manual. Okay. The firmware, the dial pattern. Okay, the firmware here, you need to obtain the latest firmware. How you do that? You click this firmware management. Okay. And then you're gonna find a list of brands that's supported by this firmware. Okay, and then you just drag the latest firmware to the firm slot. Okay, so here the latest firmware is 1.09, and this one I just put like for testing purposes, which is 1.08. Okay, these are some of the phone that is supported by the FreePbx. Okay, so you need to double check which phone that is compatible with the FreePbx. Okay, these are some of the lists of it. Once you finish, you're gonna click submit there. Okay, so let me see if I can go back. So here you need to create a template of a Cisco phone. Okay, let me see. You go here, and then the Cisco, and then you create a new template there. Okay. Make sure you enter the new template name. You put the destination address. Make sure you get the latest firmware, and then you click save. You go to save and apply. Okay, this one. All right. What's the next one here? The next one, you need to map the phone extension. The map extension, you need to go click here. And then you go to extension mapping. You see that extension mapping? You click this extension mapping. Okay. Notice that I created a 3-user account, right? The 1001 is for the soft phone and 1002 is for the soft phone as well. So for this one, 1003, I'm gonna map this to the Cisco phone. So how you do that? You click this. You can just click extension over there, right? And then choose extension 3, for example, which is in this case I already created extension 3, and the Cisco, what brand you have, you need to choose Cisco phone, and then you enter the MAC address. Where can you find the MAC address? At the back of your SIP phone, you can find a MAC address of a Cisco phone. Make sure you enter that. In this case, I already entered over there. All right. and then you need to choose the template. What template? You just created the template. Make sure you choose the Cisco phone and then click OK. Alright, so here is an example of that. I already created an extension. I mapped this Cisco phone, the brand of Cisco phone, with this MAC address, with this template, and this is the model, and then you click to mapping to extension 1003. You need to click save and rebuild. I think the best way you need to do save, rebuild, and update devices. So the phone will get all the firmware. The SIP phone will download the firmware from this FreePbx. Okay, so after you completely set everything, you need to double check, make sure that, let me see here, where is this? Go to, is that system? System admin, yeah. You go to system admin, and then, not system admin, where is that I'm talking? I think the asterisk info, right? Here, you go to summary, you go to setting and asterisk info, choose the summary. Okay. When you click the summary, I want you to find out that all the phone is registered. Okay. I think I'm gonna stop this one video first because it's more than 10 minutes. Okay, I will continue to the next one.